Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. The new 2021 January to June mini catalogue has just launched, and we're going to be looking at the Sand and Sea suite. You'll find it on pages 40 through to page 42. If you like everything in the suite, you can simply use the suite collection code here. You'll still get the discounted price for the stamp set and dies, and then you'll get one each of these items listed on this page. This is the stamp set. It's in photopolymer, and these are the real true to size images that it will stamp out. There are lots of sentiments. Happy birthday to my beautiful friend. I just love the font on this, so it's a really useful set to have. And these are the seaside seashell dies that goes with it. This die will cut out all this shape here, and in addition it will die cut some of the stamps here, the cockle shell and some seaweed, the starfish, and the, what's that called? Is it a sand dollar? It has the most gorgeous embossing folder, which when you emboss, it comes up like this. It's a beautiful shape, so it's very realistic. And then it also has a pearlescent paper in the suite. It really looks like seashells. They have these opal rounds. They really look like pearls. And then these are the designer series paper. I've cut them from a 12 by 12 inch sheet into 6 by 6 inches. It's just easier to show, and that's the reverse. Only thing I didn't get was this sticker sheet. I seem to have missed it. We're going to make a version of this card. I wanted to use this other paper in the blue. Card base will be in Seaside Spray, and this has been cut at 4 1/8 by 11 3/4. That's 10.5 by 29.8 centimeters and folded in half. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. In metric, that's 9.5 by 14 centimeters. We'll also need a whisper white for the inside of the card, and that's been cut at the same size, 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, 9.5 by 14. A scrap of Seaside Spray, so we can cut this label here. And to cut the label, we're using this one from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Some Versamark ink and some white embossing powder and a heat tool, Seaside Spray ink, and the Soft Sea Foam stamping blend combo. So let's get started. Now first I'm going to put some anti-static. This sadly has retired, but you can use talcum powder to stop it from embossing powder sticking to it. So ink it up with Versamark and stamp onto the cardstock and leave it to absorb into the cardstock, and sprinkle it with white embossing powder, heat emboss it. I'm going to make my cutting sandwich, which is platform 1, platform 2, base cutting plate platform 3, cardstock die with the cutting edge face down, and top cutting plate, which is another platform 3, and I'll run that through the machine. I'll be back. So I'm going to assemble my card. When you die cut this with this die, seashells are all joined together. You can cut them so that you can separate them. To emboss it, it's pretty easy. You die cut it first, then stamp if you want to stamp, then put it in the embossing folder, like so. Marry up all the lines. Okay. pop it on your platform 1, close that, then you use the platform 4, which is the one for 3D embossing. No platform 2, it's just platform 1 and platform 4. Then you run it through the die cutting machine, and when it comes out it should look like this. So first I'm going to glue this straight onto the cardstock. I know it looks prettier with the dimensions and everything, but it just costs more in postage. If you're hand delivering the card, then you can put as many embellishments or many layers as you want. I'm going to cut through these layers. Follow the curve. I'm going to use the darker soft sea foam blending pens and just colour in this. I'm also going to cut this larger conch shell off and release the seaweed on this side. I'll colour the seaweed in on this side as well, off camera. I'll save these for another project. There are only 2 sheets in a pack, so you want to be economical with it. I'm going to pop a bit of glue on the back of this and lift up the label so I can stick that on. I'll use my glue dots to attach the shell and attach one there as well. I'll pop this on here. I think I might just use a glue dot for the end. One of these over rounds, they're called. Here are some other cards on there. So that's just simply embossing the cardstock without die cutting it. There's a little square thank you card. The paper speaks for itself. I love this graduated effect. And then that one is in So Saffron, and there's sort of starfish all in the background. Really simple, quick cards. And then of course you have today's, which is, let me put these away. This is what we made today. And that's the inside. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more inspiration on Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye.